Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining me every evening at this time. As you will realize after watching all the news that's going around in all the channels, the Mahavikas Agadi seems to be in real problem now. With explosive news about various electronic gadgets being fished out of the Mithi River, the three party heads are going to have sleepless nights for sure. What is the kind of evidence that the NIA can put together with all these gadgets is something everybody is interested in. What is extremely funny is that if you want to hide evidence, just throw them in the river. Well, that seems to be what Vaze thought, be it electronic gadgets or human beings like Mansukhire. What we would say is water modus operandi. And the water, whether it's the sea or the river, never betrays you. If it's a body, it will come, on shore. So today, it's not only surprising, but it's also people were glued to the TV channels because everything seemed to be like a movie. If the Home Minister demands 100 crores from Vaze every month, who was the brain behind this nightlife, as Nitish Rane says? As per Paramveer Singh, in spite of him briefing the Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray, he did not respond. Why did he not respond? So are they all a big part of it? Can we ever forget the kind of treatment meted out to Arnab Goswami by Vaze? On whose behest was it, Mr. CM? The intimidation and harassment meted out to Arnab Goswami and his family was shocking and humiliating. The way he was pulled to the elevator from his house apartment to the lobby, kicked on the knees, and grabbed by the belt of his pants to force him into the elevator. They did not allow him to even wear his shoes. In fact, Sachin Vaze threatened Arnab Goswami in the elevator, saying, "Now we will give you the shoe treatment." Well, looks like karma does not wait for anyone, and it's a high time Mahavikas Agadi realized that. As each piece of electronic equipment is fished out of the river, like a magician pulling rabbits out of a hat, this will be a reminder of what was done to any of the evidence in all these cases. How a man was framed and allegedly killed by a man in police uniform, including perhaps, and I'm sure it will also come out, including SSR's evidence may perhaps come out. Remember, some unknown people had come to his flat, according to Pitani, and had taken everything that was on Sushant Singh's hard drive. All that is happening to the Maharashtra government is as if Sushant's soul is watching and getting revenge bit by bit. The blatant, shameless cover-up with the help of Lutyens media and Bollywood support, the famous U-turn by Times Now and the Dr. Sudhir Gupta, none of this could be possible without a hand from the extreme top. And now, the recent U-turn by even a woman like Kangana Ranaut, who got everything that she wanted and then allied with a woman who we all, have our eyes on. So it's like, the whole thing is being exposed. Each and every individual, including people who said that they stood for the Sushant Singh cause, are being exposed. In fact, in an interesting report in Times of India, a hotelier and a constable have told the NIA that they heard the businessman Mansukh Hiren murmuring to himself about Sachin Vaze's demand to him to own up responsibility for the car explosives case. On March 3, they had parked the vehicle laden with explosives near Mukesh Ambani's residence on February 25th. The meeting was at Vaze's office. This is very interesting, friends. The meeting was at Vaze's office at City Police Headquarters between 4:30 and 6:30 p.m. And the hotelier who had come to hand over his hafta collection heard Mansukh Hiren mutter about the unreasonable demand when he had done nothing. And in between this, he could see Waze ordering a sandwich and tea. Then a senior officer arrived, and Hiren was again called into Waze's cabin. You will see that, when they narrate this, how cold blooded this Waze is. And it seems Hiren was very upset and confused and murmured to himself that why should he take the responsibility when he had done nothing wrong? So here was a person being framed. NIA has also summoned two doctors who had conducted the post-mortem, as there were discrepancies in what both of them said. The NIA has also collected the note counting machine and clothes worn by the accused, samples of Waze's voice that has been sent to FSL for verification. Now, as we all watch the news, we see NIA takes Sachin Waze to Mithi River and the people who swim inside, they find hard disks, vehicle number plates, and much more in the Mithi River. The NIA took arrested Mumbai police official Sachin Waze to the Mithi River near Bandra Kurla complex to search for evidence on Sunday, according to news agency ANI. After Waze directed divers to several spots, they discovered two CPUs of computers, the number plate of a vehicle, two DVRs, and a laptop, among other things. Waze had been arrested in connection with the security scare case related to industrial Mukesh Ambani and is also a suspect in the murder of Thane businessman Mansukh Hiren. Hiren was linked to the SUV in which the explosives were found near Antilia, Ambani's home. Rebutting the Maharashtra government's denial on its involvement in the Sachin Waze case, ex-CM Devendra Fadnavis on Saturday alleged that NCP minister Nawab Malik and his aides feared exposure. He said that NCP ministers were now thinking about what Sachin Waze will reveal. Waze, who's been arrested in the Antilias bomb scare case, is currently in NIA custody till April 3. So, friends, it's also important to realize that the safety of Waze is important if these things have to come out. After ex-CM Paramveer Singh accused Home Minister Anil Deshmukh of extortion, NCB Nawab Malik had retaliated. What did Paramveer Singh discuss with Sachin Waze for 3 hours before he was arrested in the Hiren case? Later, after Fadnavis claimed that ex-cop Rashmi Shukla had filed a report on alleged corruption in police transfers, in rebuttal, Malik said, Fadnavis was chief minister and the home ministry was also with him. Directly, no minister transfers someone, adding, the two officers who went to Delhi were working for the BJP. It has been established that Rashmi Shukla was tapping the phone. Now, whether Rashmi Shukla was tapping the phone or not, viewers, whatever is coming out is exposing these people. The Maharashtra extortion case, a retired High Court judge will now probe allegations against Anil Deshmukh. Assurance from Maharashtra Chief Minister comes after Deshmukh had written to Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray urging him to order a probe into the allegations. Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh said that the allegations levelled against him by the former Mumbai Police Commissioner Paramveer Singh would be probed by a retired High Court judge. Speaking to the media on Sunday, Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh, who is accused of running an extortion racket in Maharashtra by former Mumbai Police Commissioner Paramveer Singh, has claimed that the Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray has decided that the allegations put out against him will be investigated by a retired High Court judge. The assurance from the Maharashtra Chief Minister comes after Deshmukh had written to Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray urging him to order a probe into the allegations. I had demanded the Honorable Chief Minister to order a probe into Paramveer Singh's allegation against me to clear the air. I will welcome if the Honorable Chief Minister orders a probe. Deshmukh had urged the Chief Minister to investigate allegations of extortion made against him by former Mumbai Police Commissioner Paramveer Singh. Meanwhile, Sachin Waze's aide, Riaz Qazi, was caught on camera entering a number plate shop accused of destroying evidence. The owner of the shop was held for interrogation by the agency. The statement of the shop owner has been recorded. The latest development in Sachin Waze's case that shook the entire state of Maharashtra is of his close aide, API Riaz Qazi, being caught on CCTV, entering a number plate shop in Vikroli, owned by one Tushar Kadam, As reported, it is alleged that Riaz Ghazi asked the shop owner for DVR footage with the intention to destroy them. After a conversation with the owner, he can be seen taking away DVDs and a computer. The owner of the shop was held for interrogation by the agency. The statement that the shop owner has said has been recorded. Citing NIA and ATS sources, Kazi is currently being investigated over allegations of destruction of evidence. Riaz Kazi has been summoned multiple times by both NIA and ATS to establish his role in the Antilia bomb scare probe and the murder of Mansoor Kiren. Multiple number plates said to be made at a shop in Vikhroli were recovered from the car seized by NIA. This is not the first location in connection with the case where Riaz Kazi was caught on camera. Earlier, he was seen collecting CCTV footage from Sachin Waze's housing complex in Thane. As per sources, both the agencies have reportedly suspected Riaz Kazi to have helped Sachin Waze procure the fake number plates and destroy crucial evidence. The prime accused in the Mansoor Kiren case, Sachin Waze, has reportedly admitted to the NIA that he destroyed 5 mobile phones, including his official one, after Mumbai police recovered the dead body of Mumbai-based businessman from Kalwa Creek on March 5th. The officials suspect that Waze was using at least 13 mobile phones. The NIA had informed a special court that it had recovered 62 unaccounted bullets from the residence of former Assistant Police Inspector Sachin Waze. As per the reports, the NIA found only 5 out of the 30 bullets that were officially allotted for his service pistol. Meanwhile, in a case in Punjab, a middle-aged man called Muhammad Junaid Hussain befriended a minor Hindu girl at a mazar, lures her, kidnaps her, and rapes her in Amritsar. The 40-year-old man repeatedly raped her for 3 days on a pretext of marrying her. An incident of rape of a minor Hindu girl by a 40-year-old Muhammad Junaid Hussain has been reported at Maqbulpura, Amritsar. According to Jagran, the victim, who is a 16-year-old girl, used to visit a Panjpir Dargah near Mal Mandi at GT Road. She met the 40-year-old Muhammad Junaid Hussain there. One day, Hussain lured her and took her away on a bike. He kept her in captivity for 3 days and raped her repeatedly. An FIR has reportedly been lodged by the police against Hussain, who is a resident of village Rasulpur of Ilaur in Jalandhar, for the charges of rape and threatening to kill. SHO Sadar Police Station Inspector Parveen Kumar said that the police are on the lookout for the accused to arrest him. Inspector Amandeep Kaur of Maqbulpura Police Station said that a medical examination of the victim was conducted at the civil hospital and it revealed and confirmed rape. The victim belongs to a labor family. Her family members told that Hussain had gone to her house on March 22nd. He took her to court and made her sign some blank papers. He allegedly promised the victim that he would marry her. He then took the victim to an unoccupied house. He held the girl captive in that house for 3 days and raped her repeatedly. Akhil Bharat Hindu Mahasabha State President Rajkumar Sharma and District President Gulshan Rai said that such incidents would not be tolerated. They said that the Hindu Mahasabha has been raising such issues. They said that the organization would take up the matter if the administration failed to curb such incidents. They promised to provide legal support to the victim's family. Meanwhile, in Bollywood, did you know that Aamir Khan used to spit on his heroine's hands for good luck? As a prank, he used to spit on the hands of his female co-stars. Well, that's what he says. Aamir Khan, who is a celebrated actor, had quite a notorious reputation of being a prankster and spitting on his female co-stars' hands. One famous incident is when he spat in the hands of Madhuri Dixit under the guise of reading her fortune through palm reading. This happened on the sets of 1990 movie Dil. This prank infuriated Madhuri Dixit, who reportedly chased after Aamir with a hockey stick. This is just one of the many times he had performed this prank. In 2016, at the Jio Mami Mumbai Film Festival, on a reunion panel for the 1992 movie Jo Jeeta Wohi Sikandar. Director Farah Khan revealed that Aamir used to do this to everyone, and he's still doing it. He's like, let me read your hand, and then he would spit on it. It reminds me, viewers, of various videos where men, who make chapatis, spit on them and then pack them. It's kind of real weird. In response, Amir Khan, who was part of the same panel, replied, "मैंने जिस हीरोइन के हाथ पर थूका है, वो number one बन गई." Loosely translated to, whichever heroine I spat in the palm of became number one heroine. Bollywood actress Pooja Bedi, who was also in attendance, said, "I'll tell my daughter Alia that you have to go and meet Amir uncle. He needs to spit in your hand." However, not all actresses have taken this lightly. On the sets of the 1997 movie Ishq, Amir Khan asked for Juhi Chawla's hand in front of many crew members. When Juhi did so, he spat on her hand and ran away in full view of the crew members. This infuriated Juhi Chawla to the degree that she did not attend the shoot the next day. Amir Khan and Juhi stopped talking for years over this spitting incident, but eventually made up many years later. A very strange case, the song Munni Badnaam Hui and other songs are now included in a school curriculum. About Munni Badnaam Hui, the guidance stated it includes many typical features of Bollywood films in its music, dance, and colorful visuals. This is in England. The Department for Education in England launched a new music curriculum guide for schools. The guidance has included songs, namely Kishori Amonkar's Saheli Re, Anushka Shankar's Indian Summer, A.R. Rahman's Jai Ho, and Bollywood chartbuster Hui, Munni Badnaam Hui, as part of the Indian musical references included in the guidance for these schools. As per reports in Economic Times, the model musical curriculum has been developed by a panel of 15 music education specialists who are teachers, education leaders, and musicians from across the UK. The guidance read, "It's important to recognize that modern British identity is rich and diverse, resulting in communities which celebrates and explores their own specific localized culture capital." Kishore Amonkar was one of the leading vocalists of Indian classical music in the 20th century. Her approach to music emphasized the spiritual as articulated in her statement, "To me, music is a dialogue with the divine, this intensely focused communication with the ultimate other." Further listening might include performance where the melody is instrumental, such as the music of Ravi and Anushka Shankar. How Munni Badnaam Hui of Dabang is also included in this series is rather shocking. Meanwhile, in the Filmfare Awards announcement, the actress who was raided by income tax officers has cause to be happy, Tapsi Pannu. She received the Best Actress Award for Thappar, which I thought was a very mediocre movie. The 66th edition of the Filmfare Awards were held in Mumbai on Saturday evening, and Irfan Khan won a posthumous award, Best Actor for his work in Angrezi medium. Irfan Khan died on April 29th in Mumbai at the age of 53, last year after a long battle with cancer. The late actor was also honored for his lifetime with the Lifetime Achievement Award at the event last night. Irfan Khan's son, Babil, received the trophies on his father's behalf at the Filmfare Awards. Amitabh Bachchan won the Best Actor Critics Award for his performance in Gulabo Sitabo. Saif Ali Khan picked the Best Actor in a Supporting Role award for his work in Tanhaji, The Unsung Warrior, while Kajal's Devi won the Best Short Film in the Popular Choice Award. Since these awards are by the same media that did a U-turn on the SSR case, remember when Navika Kumar got a call when she was on air from Ria's lawyer, and then they stopped reporting about the SSR case. I think it's not even worth mentioning these awards or congratulating those people. If they had given the award to Irfan when he was alive, it would have made us happy. That's all the news for today, friends. See you tomorrow evening. Good night.